Music, it has this unique ability to sing to the soul. And whether you play or just love to listen, there's something for everybody to get excited about. From kids chasing their dreams to grandparents passing skills on to the next generation, the melodies weave a fabric that transcends time and space. I'm Jared Hill. Come with us across the country and hear and see what stitches us together. Let's start our tour in California. KCRA's Leticia Ordaz is introducing us to a police officer with a song in his heart.
No one knew Officer Mark Guillermo could sing. That is until he arrested a man caught on home surveillance video checking door handles in a Rockland neighborhood. The suspected thief was found with several stolen items, including a ukulele stuffed in a backpack.
As we were laying all the items out, trying to see if we could find anything that has identifying information, I just picked it up, I tuned it a little bit, and started playing, which shocked all my coworkers. They were like, "What is going on here?"
That's when the officer's partners started recording.
They're like, "You have to share this." I'm not usually real candid with all that stuff. I'm pretty shy.
He is originally from Hawaii and said he wanted to show the human side of law enforcement.
Law enforcement right now is a tough career, but just know, that we're fathers, we're sons, we're mothers, we're daughters, and we'd take a bullet for you or your family any day. And I take pride in that. I enjoy working for the Rockland Police Department.
He didn't expect all of the attention he would be getting after his performance with the ukulele was shared on social media.
It just blew up from there. Coworkers started sharing it. And I'm a local boy through and through, so I love everywhere I go sharing aloha. So I taught myself on YouTube on how to play the ukulele. But just being from Hawaii, that's in our nature. My family, they play and sing. We come from a musical family.
Cracking down on crime and keeping the community safe is what makes him happy.
Growing up, I was always taught to share the spirit of aloha, to be humble, compassionate, caring, and a guardian, and I'm kind of getting choked up about it.
If you see him on the streets, he says be sure to say aloha. He may just bust out singing a familiar song.
Now a story about two brothers showing us how little kids following big dreams can have major success later in life. Lisa Gonzalez has their story.
If you've heard this song, Streets by Doja Cat, or this song, Iffy by Chris Brown, then you've heard the work of Black Tuxedo, the pair of music-producing brothers from Sacramento.
We broke our first Hot 100 with Streets with Doja Cat, and now we're back on the Hot 100s with CB with the Iffy.
Darius and Dominique Logan have taken their talents to LA.
But we've been platinum since 2015, so there's nothing new for us. Now we're just trying to see how many we can get.
This Grammy-nominated duo doesn't just produce music, they're also singers and songwriters. Just like their mom, Tammy Logan.
Give us your name.
My name is Tammy Logan.
My name is Dominique Logan. My name is Darius Logan.
Back in the mid-90s, Tammy and her two talented sons were on KCRA3 singing the national anthem at a Kingsgate. Darius was only 9 years old and Dominique was just 4, but they were already pros.
I was kind of nervous at first because I thought they would, react to the crowd, but it was nothing for them.
Obviously we were kids, so we were just having fun.
Yeah.
But to look back at it now as grown men, I'm just like, dang, mom was going crazy.
Sure.
Vocals they both inherited from their mom.
We already knew that Dominique, he was singing ever since he could walk, and talk. But Darius was more into sports, but we didn't know until he saw Michael Jackson, and that was a turning point right there. Then they both started doing it together.
My first love was basketball, but then when I started doing music, I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Together, they took the stage at their school, Capital Christian, imitating the Jackson 5.
You go from growing up in Sacramento, California,
performing on stage at Capital Christian School to creating hit songs for people like Doja Cat and Chris Brown. What is that like?
It's called 15 years of hard work. Like, people just think it happens overnight.
And 15 years of hard work later, they've worked with some of the biggest names in music, including Ariana Grande, John Legend, Genuine, Brandy, Ty Dolla, and E40.
I feel like when we're working with just like a Doja Cat or Chris Brown, we literally just adapt to their energy of what they're on creatively, and we just give in our input to support whatever idea they had, and then we just make the best song possible.
Music producers, singers, songwriters, brothers, and best friends.
We work really well together.
And they trust their mom's musical advice more than anyone.
They always run things by me too. They're like, what do you think about this, Mom?
It's fun. Like, it's a journey at the end of the day, and we love what we do, so it doesn't feel like work. It just feel like we just reaching our goals.
Goals that include releasing their own album.
Sacktown, this for y'all.
Man, we up. You feel
we
me?
holding it down. We going crazy. This is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. We about to go apply the pressure.
If they're making hits like that for other artists, I can't wait to hear what Black Tuxedo has in store for themselves. All right, when we come back, using music to heal in a way that you might not expect. Welcome back. A group of dancers from Milwaukee is bravely putting their best foot forward after unimaginable tragedy. WISN's Courtney Sisk shares their story of loss and hope.
The return of the Milwaukee St. Patrick's Day Parade meant the city was turning a page. But for one of the dance groups, it marked an entire new chapter.
We're going to survive and we're going to do this.
The Milwaukee Dancing Grannies ready for their comeback after 3 members and a volunteer lost their lives in the Waukesha Christmas Parade attack.
It's tough. It's tough losing her, but I'm sure she's happy.
Dave Sorensen's wife, Ginny, died in the attack.
Jenny's favorite saying was, "Angels watch over you," whenever we'd part company with somebody.
So with a toast,
Onward, keep on dancing, ladies.
Right.
and their guardian angels nearby, the Dancing Grannies stepped back out onto the parade route, this time with nearly 20 new grannies in training.
I just feel really proud to be able to walk along with them.
They were met with smiles, signs, and spirit. 2 of the Irish routines were choreographed by Ginny Sorensen. And while she never got to see them performed publicly, 2 of her granddaughters kept her close by.
Thanks to the community and all the love and support that we have received throughout the past few months, and now having all our grannies in training with us, everyone is just keeping us going and keeping us motivated to keep moving forward.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
There you go, one dance step at a time. All right, what do you do when you are really good at 2 very different things? This next musician strung them together, and the combo turned out to be a slam dunk. Courtney Sisk has more.
I've been playing violin for 11 years.
Ever since first grade, Jack O'Brien, a Brookfield native, knew he was destined to play music.
Jack said, I want to play violin, and that was it.
It's just an amazing feeling to be able to connect with the audience and also kind of get something back, to make connections with other people, to really establish a relationship with the audience through my music.
Now a junior at Marquette University High School, he picked up a few more talents along the way. He earned a spot on the varsity basketball team, and this season he earned the opportunity to share both of his talents.
I just saw him in the halls one day after one of our masses and said, "Hey, do you know the national anthem?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "How do you feel about playing it at our game?"
And I said, "That would be amazing. I would love to."
Did you ever think that you would be able to combine the 2 of them?
I never did, and this experience, just playing the national anthem, is, the perfect opportunity.
So after the basketball hits the court in warm-ups, the bow hits the strings.
The crowd loves it, our team loves it, we really rally behind him, and it's a really cool thing to do. He's just like knocking down a big shot in the game. He finishes playing the violin, he gets the same kind of accolades and high fives.
It gets the team into the rhythm, ready to play.
Once the bow hits those strings for the first time, you're right at home.
Some music makes us happy, some makes us sad, Some maybe makes us ready to fight. But Jaron Jordan at WISN is showing us how a social worker is using that to help people heal.
A different form of therapy is taking off in Milwaukee.
It really just hit me. I was just like, what if we took this music and we coupled it with therapy? It's like coming to the club, but you're gonna leave so much better. It's your girl Tasha here, AKA your trap therapist.
Trap Therapy, created by licensed clinical social worker Tarsha Wiggins, invites participants to group counseling sessions that are heavily inspired by the trending genre of rap music.
Yeah, we nucky and bucky and ready to fight. And you walk in and you hear nucky if you bug you before you know it, you done got your cheer, you done got your wings, you sitting down like, okay, what we about to do?
Now you're open to having this deeper conversation.
And now we can talk about why you always so quick to be bucking.
For Wiggins, it's all about meeting people where they are, whether that's a lounge or restaurant. She's planning the next trap therapy session for here at G's Clippers.
But if I come in speaking a different language, carrying myself in a different way, there's a step back. And I never want that when I'm working with people.
Wiggins is passionate about taking her work out of the office and into the community, often hosting weekly mental minutes on social media.
We have to do work in our Black and brown communities. We need to be also making sure that we're talking about our mental health.
She's hopeful trap therapy can be someone's start to ending their stigma around mental health.
A lot of times we have to not only have those conversations, but we have to reduce the stigma around it. And more importantly, we need to address it from a place that's culturally relevant.
Still to come, a tiny dancer from Florida making waves all over the world. Welcome back. After 2 years of so much pain, worry, and confusion with COVID, doctors at a hospital in Florida decided to use old talents and pick up some new ones to tap into the healing power of music. Annika Hope from WESH in Orlando has their story.
There was this kind of helplessness throughout COVID.
Few know that better than the people who saved lives, but sometimes lost them.
I see a lot of deaths.
You can see the fear and the concern in their eyes and of their families.
Advent Health employees couldn't always keep people alive, but they decided they could always show people they care. With music.
This has just sort of pulled people apart in a number of different ways, and music is clearly one of those items that can just bring people back together.
First, they needed doctors, nurses, and office workers to pull together their instruments.
Here's your music, here's your instrument, be at practice, it's Monday at 6.
The senior vice president and chief investment officer figured out how to play the bass.
So, okay, we'll figure this out, yes sir.
The woman in charge of keeping frontline healthcare workers safe took charge of the violin.
One night I just picked up my daughter's pieces and say, well, let's try to learn this. I haven't played the violin for 20 years.
I just wasn't good enough to be able to join the group.
And so, the first Advent Health Orlando Orchestra launched, with only 2 rehearsals before their first performance. A taped concert that would honor people who died of this virus, people who they loved.
Did you have someone in mind when you guys were playing?
Yeah, I think this is an episode that's broad enough where it's difficult not to have known somebody that you've lost.
Now, every chance the orchestra gets, they share their music. Music they hope lets people know they're not alone.
We all need to heal, and this is just one way of allowing us to heal.
Because we can't always fix people's pain or problems, not even doctors. We can always let people know we care.
As the light comes up and they stand, I still get choked up thinking about it, but they're all wearing, their what they would wear to work every day.
I mean, incredible. All right, before I start crying, here's one little girl lifting a lot of spirits with her dance moves. WESH's Michelle Meredith has her story.
In the video, the tiny dancer from Orlando moves to the front of the stage, her little feet easily keeping pace with the Irish tune.
smell good.
Mom posted Zoe's Irish dance gig simply because she was proud, had no idea what was going to happen next. The video has made 3-year-old Zoe a pint-sized social media sensation. Now, Zoe's mom is fielding calls from network morning talk and talent shows eager to book her.
All of a sudden, it just kind of blew up. I had people asking when is she dancing next? They want to come see her. So I had to start her own Instagram page.
Mom says it all started when the family went to a restaurant that featured Irish dancing. Zoe jumped in like she was part of the act.
3, 4.
Now she takes classes at the Finnegan Academy of Irish Dance.
Who doesn't love a little child who's full of love and passion for something? And it's just her little face when she's dancing.
So what is it about little Zoe? Is it her adorable, determined face or her tiny tot skills? Zoe's not sure herself. Do you know how cute you are?
No.
But we know. In each performance, you see Zoe just dancing away.
I have 6 grandkids, and when the music starts, they can't stop. And she is awesome.
Dancing like she hasn't a care in the world, an image unlike the real world. But by watching Zoe for a moment, we can dream.
She's so adorable. All right, music can often connect us to something bigger than ourselves. KOAT's Stephanie Muniz has a story from New Mexico showing how mariachi is bringing musicians closer to their culture.
We share a lot of special moments with people in their weddings and in their birthdays.
Mundo Marquez has been playing mariachi for 10 years. For him, making a career as a mariachi musician wasn't the plan.
Playing mariachi, it just drew me in. It kept taking care of me, in every sense, like mentally and like physically.
For this 77-year-old trumpet player, Pedro Sepúlveda, his desire to be a mariachi started early.
But I remember hearing a trumpet that hit my heart right away, my soul.
Once he got his first trumpet, he started going out to gigs.
I was young, I was having fun.
In mariachi, there's typically 6 different instruments. 2 of them are uniquely used in mariachi music.
People always ask what the name of that instrument is. It's not something that you see everywhere. I play the rhythm section, so that's vihuela, guitarrón.
In mariachi, the grito is well known.
What does the grito represent for you?
Happiness. It's natural, something that you can't explain. It's something that you feel, and when you feel something, you're the only one that's feeling it,
Getting to call yourself a mariachi is also?
It's our culture, and it's part of our Mexican culture.
It's the biggest privilege to be able to represent that. It's a blessing. It's super special.
For Sepúlveda, mariachi has come full circle, playing with several generations.
I really put myself as the great-grandfather of all the musicians here in New Mexico.
I've learned songs with Pete. We'll just walk in, and he always tries to lead us into that. He's like, "Oh, have you heard this song? It goes something like this. Just start playing. It goes like this. It goes like this." And we just start doing it, and then he's like, "Okay, no, go back. Let's try it again. One more thing."
Okay.
Keeping traditions alive is so important, and music is one way to do that. Here's a dance studio in Albuquerque that's all about teaching ballet folklorico.
For over 30 years, this dance studio has been teaching students of all ages the culture of Mexican baile folklorico dance.
The sound of the music and heels clicking is a small part of traditional Mexican ballet folklorico.
A lot of these students find something that they really love, and it's a connection that they don't even really expect to have. And once they have it, it's just natural.
5, 6, 7, 8, don't rush!
Director Israela Garcia has taught folklorico for 32 years. Although it was not in her life plans to run a dance studio, she's happy it's made a positive impact.
I saw the changes it made in children's lives and saw how it added so much to their life as far as a connection to their culture. and something that they could be proud of, something that helped them have something to concentrate on that was other than getting in trouble. You know, it helped them in their schoolwork.
Students start dancing as young as 2 years old. Some of the oldest students in their 80s.
The tradition of Mexican baile folklórico can be done by anyone, even if it's been years since you've worn one of these traditional skirts.
For dancers, discipline and practice also come with lessons.
Dancing is storytelling to me, so every dance has a history behind it, a story behind it, and I think that's really important for the kids to learn.
Garcia says it's not all about turns, waltzes, and costumes.
And it just really brings the families a lot closer together. It's something that I'm glad that I can provide to these students, because it's something that they're missing and they don't even know it.
With every step is a message.
Joy. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Joy. The joy of actually doing dancing and performing for others, and the joy of actually being able to see it.
Last but certainly not least, meet a singer whose voice is taking her to some new heights. Angel Salcido has the front row seat.
Meet Sophia Chalamitis. She's been singing opera since she was 7 years old, but she doesn't just sing in one language. She can sing in German, French, Spanish, and Italian. Her mom Rita says her grandmother was the first to notice what turned out to be an amazing natural talent.
My mom pointed out that she had a really good voice, and then I just listened to her over the years, and sure enough, she does have a great voice.
She's done childhood theater and solo performances.
I had no idea that I would ever be capable of something like this.
And for her, it's more than just a hobby.
I just am so in love with music. I love the emotion that it can invoke in people.
It's become her passion.
It's just the look in people's eyes after you sing for them, and when their eyes fill with tears and they're just smiling at you, I think that's better than anything I could possibly imagine.
And it's something she hopes to hold on to for the rest of her life.
I would never give up this passion, no matter what somebody offered me, because, you know, just seeing the look in people's eyes after I sing, that's worth more than any money in the entire world.
We hope you enjoyed these stories from across the country. I'm Jared Hill, and from all of us here at Stitch, thanks for watching. See you next time.